check, check. Okay. Tug, tug, tug. Ping, ping. Mm. Check, 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 check. Mic check, mic check. Tiks, tik, tis. Mic mailer. Padmanabik. Meron ba ano to? Mavericks. Hmm. Awkward ang jump shot niya. bang. As in. Nagmila. Check, check, check. Hmm. Shit. Check my check. What's up, purple up? Nakakantok to. Hmm. Take. Peterson. Mas Peterson. Entran. Check, check, check. Bossing. Saan mo babasahin yung ano? Hindi ko alam saan babasahin yung comment. Sorry, sorry. Nakita kong comment eh, pero saan ba may kita yun? Wait lang mga boss ah. Check, check, check. Hindi ko alam saan babasahin yung mga comment. Eh, may nakita ko parang may comment eh. TikTok ba? Yung sa... Yung comment. Shoutout sa inyo boss na nagko-comment bossing. No, di ko kaya saan babasahin yung comment. Ano yung comment? Dito ba sa ano? Nako nga. Nakita kong comment eh. Shoutout sa inyo boss na nag-comment boss. Hindi ko mabasa yung comment. Hmm. Dito dito. Yun. Boss James. Ayun, nakita ko na. Shoutout sa'yo bossing. Ito, nagka-try lang ako boss ng ano. Try ko lang dito ba sa ano, boss purple up. Shoutout bossing. Pero boring tong ano na to boss. Boring tong stream na to bossing. Tagal-tagal pang grind to. Hmm. Nawala yung ano. Shoutout sa'yo, bossing. Tug, tug, tug. Hmm, sapat. Nakikita yung mga tatanga pa ako dito. Sorry, sorry. Naaral pa natin yung sa ano. Ano ba sa mga chat? Wait lang. Ayun, ayun. Nakikita ko na yung comment. Yan. Shoutout kay Boss James. Yan. Ganun pala yun. Nakikita ko na yung ano. Chat. Ayun, pwede ko siya pop out. Yan, 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 yan. Ay, sorry. Check, check, check. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Dali nga lang. Yan. Ito ba? Dito. Kaharang sa mukha ko. Yan. Endram. Check. Celtics. Mic check. Sight sa mata ng ilaw. Nakakainis. Ba. Nakalipa ko lang. Dana Barros. Mic check. Barros. Ha? Ano yun? Dana Barros. Tapos na ba yung kay Ben Wallace? Boss James. Shoutout sa'yo, boss. Uncle Kevin. Shoutout, bossing. Tig. Sight na ng mata ko. Ben Wallace. Dalawa na lang. Breakout. Pierce. Check. Check, mic check. Surbol din pala. Parang 2 games lang din. Kaumay naman to. Antok talaga. Check. Shoutout. Yan, nakalive ako sa bossing sa YT sa Twitch. Surbol din ah. Check. Antok. Sablayin ko nga, kailangan ko makarebound eh. Pumasok ka. Lamig. Check, check, check. Tugs, tugs, tugs. 7. Benta ba tayo? Walang benta. Ay, ito. Benta tayo ng isang hit playbook. 9,000. Ah. Chok, 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 chok. Mic check. Dami. Sama tayo na maglagay niyan. Grind muna tayo. Championship or bust. Gerald Wallace. Sabihin Kevin Wallace. Hindi pa. Kulang pa pala isa. Bitin pa. Boss beat sa All-Star Weekend. Magandang content dito sa YT Build the Team. Pwede boss. Yan. Thank you boss sa tip bossing. Sige boss, pag nagkaroon tayong free time bossing, gawa natin yan. Check tayo ng mga boss, no? Ano maganda doon boss? Yung mga sa all-star player or kumbaga dahil pa nag-drop na yung mga presyo ng mga cards. Pero pwede boss, no? Pwede. Usually kasi ganyan, tumitingin ako kila Tay Divo, kila JC2K. Try natin gumawa ng yung Pinoy version, no? Comment na lang din kayo kung mga okay. Yan. Thank you sa tip bossing. Dana Baros. Try ko yung ganyan bossing. Yan. Check. Thank you kay Boss Per yan. Shoutout sa'yo bossing. Try ko mag-grind boss nakakantok mag-grind dito. Antok na sa grind. Wala pa nakuha kahit isa eh. Ano nangyari dito? Ganun. Wait lang mga boss. Tablay. Nangyari dito? Bakit nawala? Nakakaya pala.
Awaiting the heat were the champions of the West, the young and explosive Oklahoma City Thunder. Led by the three-time scoring champion,
12.
MVP runner-up, Kevin Durant.
12 threes.
Look at this, taking it in with the left hand. Got it! 40 points for Durant. Here is Durant.
1,000 threes na ako kay Kerr kasi. Yun nga boss, nakakaumay din. Ako nga boss, parang 500 plus pa lang eh. Ay, gagi ka.
The first 50-point game of the young career.
Binato lang.
of Kevin Durant.
Taglak. Umay na nga din ako, boss.
Stormed into the playoffs as the number 2 seed. The Thunder knew their hopes were riding on Durant's young shoulders.
Yan. Thanks sa mga naka-like, boss, na naka-live tayo ngayon, boss, sa ano, boss, sa tawag dito. Sa Twitch, tsaka sa ano, boss, Red. Tagal naman mag-grind nito, nakakaumay
After
na.
sweeping the defending champion Mavericks, the Thunder ran right through another long-time
Nanonood na lang ako dito ng ano eh. Ng
There will be days of thunder in the
12
Western
trees
Conference
na.
Finals. The Lakers have been dispatched in 5 games.
Facing the top-seeded Spurs in the conference finals, OKC fell behind 2 games.
Nanonood na lang dito ng documentary kay ano
It
eh.
only seemed to make their resolve
Kay Miami Heat
even stronger.
para pampano, pagana.
Come on, this is what we live for, right? It's fun basketball. Let's love this stuff. We love this stuff.
The Thunder responded by snapping the Spurs' 20-game winning streak, and then beat them 3 more times to earn their shot at the title.
Kuha naman natin. Isa pa. Kulang pa. Alam ka makaribon kay ano? Wala. Dami mo sana rep if nasabay mo ng 2 times rep. Oo nga, boss eh. Wala, busy rin kasi pag weekend, boss eh. Mga ano tayo, boss eh. Responsibility dito sa bahay. Sarap sana maglaro kaso wala eh. May mga lakad eh.
NBA Finals are here in Oklahoma City, and they're painting this town blue.
Yeah.
It's the biggest sporting event OKC has ever seen.
Ano lang naman ako, kung
Fans
kailan
around
lang di
the
makalaro
Thunder.
talaga. Kailan lang may
I've
free
been to
time.
other stadiums.
Benwan.
You got a section over here cheering, a section over there.
Aray ko.
And OKC, everybody is on their feet cheering.
Sayang pero ako gabi lang din mga... Haba din yan boss ha? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. 7 hours din boss. Saglit. Gabi pero walang haba niyan boss. Grabe.
NBA Final for the ages right here.
Di ko na kayang ganyang kahabang oras. Wala na. Ang okay na talaga ako boss eh. 95 trees na lang kulang ko kay
Entering the
Cake.
finals,
Boss,
the
cute
Heat were
story.
cast as the
Nice
underdog,
boss.
but
Buti
they
ka pa ka boss. Ano pa eh.
before.
Para mga 1, ko lang 900 siguro. Parang ganun. Eh tama. Sa ganun, ang dami pang kulang. Wala akong ng ribbon kay ano. Pinwalas. Oo nga po, sacrifice tulog no. Yun lang talaga.
When in doubt, you just keep on reminding yourself
Kinaka.
the last breath. Repeat like it's your last
Sarap. Ano?
Enjoy this moment. Enjoy this
Yun,
game.
nakuha na ni ano.
The way you enjoy it. After
Nakuha na
48
niya.
minutes, you can ask yourself, I played as hard as I possibly can play.
This is it. This is what we dreamed about since we was
Bang
kids.
bang.
So let's seize this moment. Let's seize every opportunity, man. Don't get too high. Don't get too low. We stick together no matter what. All right? Let's go, man. Let's go. Heat on 3. Let's go, man. 1, 2, 3.
It would be a
Takbo,
showdown
takbo.
between 2 of the game's elite, the 3-time scoring champ against the 3-time
Pagod
MVP.
mag-trade naman ito.
What a matchup. The two best teams led by arguably the two best players on the planet.
Let's go to work. Right there.
But in a series loaded with star power, it was
Hindi.
Miami's supporting cast that would set
Antok.
the tone early in game 1.
95 na lang kulang ko sa... nice. Pero dang ko 100 pa lang. Okay lang yan, boss.
Free from beyond
Hindi naman kailangan madaliin. At least may makukuha ka na, boss. Ako wala pa eh.
To know that hey, if we don't play well,
Nice,
especially on the road,
nice.
this could be an early exit.
Chalmers, another open three,
Advance.
and another one goes down. 5 of 6 from downtown.
Makulang.
Where is the defense? 20 to 10 Miami.
They hit 5 threes. What are we going to do?
Nakakantok pa.
We're going to stop playing on the defense end? No.
Di rin masaya, no? Nakakaumay din eh.
Wade drives, layup blocked by Durant.
Sa domination ka mag-grind, boss.
Defense, the
Ano
young
boss? Ang
Thunder
problema ko kasi boss sa domination, kapag tinamad ka,
to the game's biggest
for example, inaantok na ako, tas first quarter pa lang. Ito kasi,
matchup of the
dito
two
kasi
leading
sa
men
ano,
was
kahit
living up to its
pag
billing.
tinamad ako, pwede na ako mag-out kagad. So yun. Pero mas okay nga din domination pag ano ka. Pero okay nga dito mas kahit medyo matagal. Mabilis kasi ako tokin eh. Next. Chandler ba?
Right down the pipe, 54-47
Ante po
Miami at halftime.
Mutombo.
As the third quarter began, James would continue to pour it on,
KMB mo to.
only to see the Thunder come storming right back.
Westbrook
Hina na ako.
and he puts it in.
Third quarter is where
Yan. Thank you sa mga nag-like, bossing.
the playoffs, and we really didn't come out and
So,
play.
ay sa ano, boss, sa red up, boss, sa
City,
ano.
at home, when they get it going, it's hard to keep up with them. And they
Wala akong
take the
trade.
lead from us.
Sa assist ba?
Ready to play your best 4 minutes of basketball?
As OKC turned up the pressure, the Heat looked nothing like the confident team that entered the finals. And neither superstar could find any answers.
Dumps it inside to James, lost the ball. It's scooped up by Cephaloshin.
Wade into the paint.
Ano yun?
Wade turns the ball over. Oh, his nightmare continues. He is not going to be happy with this one.
With game 1 on the line, Scott
Nicholas
Brooks would
Batum.
implore his young leader to take over.
Layo ko pa kay Haliburton, eh.
Call it. Demand it. Be more forceful. You got this, all right? So we need you to be more forceful on that. Let's go.
Tapos na ba niya, no?
Kevin Durant would answer the call, scoring 17 points in the fourth quarter, with the Heat trying in vain to stop
Mark
him.
Jackson.
Hey, we got a guard. Come on.
Dami pa kailangan gawin. Dami dito ang kailangan gawin.
Durant to the basket, lays it in. What a long strike.
The most disappointing thing.
Ganda sana isa ba ito, kaso
all the effort areas.
parang layo.
They won the fast
Gusto ko ba yan? LeBron James, Calderon.
Wing right Durant slicing left. Bounce pass low. Collison high
Playoff
step
team
right.
assist record. Tapos kanina sa back.
Thunder in a battle royale come from 13 back
Pakapagod
to defeat the Heat. They'll take the 1-game-to-none lead.
Rookie.
We are a defensive team. We are a rebounding team. And
Ito
we
kaya,
are an attack offensive team.
12 assists with Derek Quinn.
We ran into a great team like the Oklahoma City Thunder, and our road got even
Ito,
tougher.
nga lang. LeBron James. Shoutout sa inyo, bossing. Kamusta? Unahin mo mga points kasi yung mga pinaka na... Mga points, pwede, boss na.
This is the fill-out game. And now we get an
Points,
opportunity
points.
to go to the chalkboard.
Pero gawin ko man yung challenge siguro.
And have a better game plan in game 2.
I think something in us changed that night
LeBron
because
James.
we knew that, all right, we've got to
Sabay-sabay na natin.
together, we've got
Para
to play
kung ano
together.
makuha. Bata pa si LeBron
Get this
dito,
thing
ah.
done somehow.
May LeBron na tayo mga boss, kaso ano lang.
We try to win one.
Supper pa nga lang,
Now
yun
we
lang.
make the adjustments and we come out, we try to split.
Yan, game winning pass. Chick. Si LeBron.
We had an opportunity to win game 1. We just didn't make enough plays. We will make it.
Yun lang pala gagawin dun eh.
It's going to be a long series.
Nice one.
I expect them to be a lot more physical. I'll be ready for it.
Are you ready for game 2?
May laruin pala to. Boss James, shoutout sa'yo, bossing. Ayos din tips. CF ni LeBron din. Bata din itsura. Oo nga, boss eh.
While Thunder fans were in a frenzy
Yan, game
outside
winning
the
pass.
arena,
May nakuha tayong mga bagong cards.
a lone figure was
Sino
quietly
to?
honing his game.
At di... Bill
In
Walton.
those solitary hours before the tip-off, Dwayne Wade
Kenny
contemplated
Anderson.
what went
Dami
wrong
rin cards
in
dito, no?
game 1.
Chris Childs.
You know, I think
Uy.
we was nervous, yes. I think for the first time, some guys had a little nervous,
At
little butterflies in their stomach.
But I would imagine he's feeling a little
Benta
pressure.
na lang.
I can understand why
May
he's out
banda.
there early getting up shots.
Ayan pala, boss. May chain packs na yung hinahanap mo na. Oh, boss. Nabuksan ko na, boss. Ang pangit na binigay sa akin, boss. Kala ko pa naman Anthony Black na. Wala eh. Tayo binigyan ng maayos-ayos na. Winston Garland. Datay ba ni ano yun? Darius? Antonio Daniels.
Like our game plan still.
Ang pwede natin gawin dito.
A little smarter, a little harder, and win on the road.
They're going to come out a little more aggressive, and we just got to be ready to play. Just be ready.
Uy, may Lonzo Ball pala dun, oh. Ayos din. Sabonis. May Sabonis din. Boris Diaw.
Warriors
Okay.
mentality, man. We need it. Gotta
Bob
have it.
Cousy. Yan ang kailangan gawin dito. McConnell, Lonzo Ball.
With the game 1 disappointment
Ito
still
pala,
fresh in
Watley.
his mind, Wade would show from the start that he had found what was missing.
Wade with a right hand jam. He went right around Durant.
Yan. Shoutout sa inyo mga
Dishes it
bossing.
off. Perkins fumbled it. Loose ball. Wade's got it.
Tagal pala nito.
Both
Maganda.
sides of the court, he was totally committed to doing whatever
Oh
to,
my, pero okay
to
lang.
help this team win, and it was great to
3
see.
pa siya tayo.
LeBron backs in on Durant. LeBron takes it into the lane. Puts it up with the right hand up and in. LeBron James right over Durant.
Harris.
And Miami now up 18-2.
Tobias.
Guys, they're playing harder than us. There's no other way to explain it. They're playing harder than us. They came out looking to attack all of you guys. All of your pride has been attacked. And what are we going to do?
Ay, gagi.
What the Thunder did was launch
Ba't
an attack
tumuloy?
of their own. With the young nucleus rising to the challenge,
Tobias Harris
they
pala
went on
lang.
a run
I-update.
and cut into Miami's lead.
I-update. Anong oras na ba?
10-point game at
10:30 pa lang.
44-34. Harden sets his feet, squares his shoulders, and rips the court for three. Cha-ching, it's under money ball.
We got to get attacks. Attacks in the paint.
Update, may update mga bossing.
Slapped it with a right hand.
Oh, how pretty was that? Chris Bosh, a big opening half with 10 points and 7
Check,
boards.
check.
You love this stage. All right? It'll be decided by 4 or 5 plays. You got to make sure your plays matter. Make every play matter.
We got to lock in.
56 no.
You don't deserve to settle, so play a game that won't either. We've introduced major changes to agents, weapons, and maps, and this is just the beginning. For the past 5 years, we made a promise to defy the limits, and we plan to keep it by bringing you new content, adjusting what's not working, or even reinventing things altogether. Most importantly, this is a competitive tactical shooter, where abilities are there to help your gunplay shine, not to hog the spotlight. So we've made some changes to cut down on overall utility impact. Because when the odds are stacked against you, it should be your crispy aim and positioning that gives you a strong.
Thank you, boss. You're Mr. Hassel. Shout out to you, boss.
That's your playground, which means they should be as much fun.
We got to go effort and we can't make mistakes.
Durant, the Thunder come back. They can cut it to 8.
Just like in Game 1, the Thunder made a stirring comeback, and the prospect of another bitter defeat was staring Miami in the face.
Guys, I said your best basketball coming up. Let's take it right now. Let's get it right now.
Knocked away, Durant has him. Up the left side, Westbrook. To the rim on James. Double pump, spins it in. It's a 5-point game.
Well, I can't believe
Saan kayo matatapos na? Siguro mga March, tapos ko na to. Thank you, Boss Aaron, sa pag-like bossing. Shower out, shower out.
At that point, they hadn't lost one playoff game at home, so it was going to be a difficult challenge. And once again, myself and my teammates was able to make some plays.
Anyone's ball game. Heat lead by 3. James on the drive, on the pull-up. Fadeaway jumper, banked it in. A big hit by LeBron James. He's got 30. Wade comes left side. Wade right down the middle.
Ay no, pag nakakuha tayong libro, no, saka Dwayne Wade, tapos may Chris Bosh din tayo.
With 53 seconds left, Miami 98.
Tapos meron din tayong Ray Allen.
OKC the steal. Durant has it.
Ay,
Anytime you play
sakripisyo rin talaga tong grade na to, no?
like Kevin Durant, you're on edge.
Durant puts up a 3.
I just kept looking up at the clock.
Kevin Durant makes it a 2-point game. 98-96. We got a new ball game. Miami has let it go.
Alon.
After 4 straight finals losses dating back to last year, this would be the Heat's defining moment. Could they make a stand when it mattered most?
We are built to get this stop right now. We
Play?
are built to get this one. How important it is to you?
Fisher giving the ball. Wild space on left to Durant.
Bola ka. Nice one.
Durant on the drive. Shot short. Westbrook lost it. James has it.
Pag nag-triple threat online ka, boss, sino gamit? Hindi ako naglalaro ng triple threat, boss, eh. Sa online, sa park, hindi. Pero minsan, boss, kapag, usually si Brandon Ingram, AK, saka, Young Hansen ata, o kasi Mobley. Pero bira naglalaro ng boss, hindi ko kasi talaga trip yung Sandir na ako magaling din sa boss. Parang iba kasi latency dun, no? Parang ang bagal din. Wala, hindi rin talaga mali sa trip. Kahit sa MyCAREER, boss, eh. Bira ako naglalaro sa park. So lang talaga rec or kaya starting 5 o kaya yung mga pro-am ganyan. Pero hindi ko talaga trip yung 3-beat. Yung kaya 2-beat. Kahit 1v1, di rin ako magaling sa 1v1.
Where fans are hoping to put last year's disappointment far behind them as the Heat have come home for the 2012 NBA Finals.
Coming home, baby. Let's go.
Sablay.
Right now, the Heat of all the momentum. They stole home court advantage, and they look to put
Thanks sa mga like bossing.
the first of 3 games here at American Airlines Arena.
How big is tonight's game? Since going to the 2-3-2 format in 1985, teams have split the first 2 games 12 times. In 11 of those matchups, the winner of Game 3 went on to become the champion.
Once we won Game 2, we knew coming home that we did not want to go back to OKC.
Our fans been waiting for this moment since last season. We look forward to the little advantage that we can get by playing here at home tonight.
We had home court advantage, and we felt our fans were the best fans in the league. With all the energy, would give us the energy that we needed to close out this playoff run.
Do not disappoint our home fans, man. Do not disappoint yourself and do not disappoint your teammates.
Domination lang ba pinaka-the best para mag-grind? Depende, boss. Pero yung sa iba, boss, ginagawa, domination talaga mas mabilis. Pero ako kasi, boss, mas trip ko yung breakout gauntlet lang. Yung rookie lang para mas madali rin makashoot. Pero kanya-kanya yung boss eh. Kung ano yung pinaka-okay sa'yo. Iba, trip nila, trip nila domination para mas maraming ang ano. Ako kasi ano lang, breakout lang. Para pag tinamad ako, nainip ako, pwede ako pwede ako mag-quit kagad. Unlike kasi pag domination, buong ano, di ba? So, first quarter pa lang ayaw mo, siyempre may second, third, fourth. So, yun. Kanya-kanyang discarte rin kasi talaga eh. Kung paano mo i-grind eh.
And just before break, Miami made a late move to take the lead into the locker room.
On the run out is Wade for James.
Wade,
Wade two-hander inside on a great steal by Chalmers, and Miami will lead by 1
Parang na nakakaano
at
na.
the half.
Panghihina laruin.
But following the intermission, the Heat watched helplessly as the Thunder stormed
Yeah.
back into the lead.
Down the lane, darts. Oh, the okey doke, and Westbrook spins in the right hand.
Tira.
On the loose ball. Down the lane
Wala.
to the rim, throws it up and missed it. Durant the follow. Two-hand rim rocking, slam dunk.
10-2 run for the Thunder.
You got to grind through this period right now. Just finish this quarter strong.
That's just what Miami would do, with the 1-2 punch of Wade and James bringing them all the way back from a 10-point deficit.
Wade in the corner for 3. LeBron bang from downtown. James hits the tray.
Ending the third period on a 13-2 run, the Heat had recaptured the lead, setting the stage for a furious fourth quarter.
Here comes Harden. Lots it to Durant and the finish.
Thunder within 1 at 74-73.
Thank you sa mga like bossing.
Floats it good and draws the foul.
And he's got a chance for a three-point play.
Remember now, they keep coming at you. Back with it, LeBron. Up, layup, got it, LeBron. Coast to coast, James. With the lay-in, Miami now by 7.
We score here, we're down 5 with 3.5 to go. Keep being aggressive defensively.
The dire circumstances facing the Thunder made them play with a desperation that knocked the Heat on their heels.
Back with it, Cephalosha, and a jam.
Up the middle, Westbrook. On the outlet, stutter step, pulls up, pops, the angle right 16-foot jumper, drop.
What a quick turnaround. 6 straight points by the Thunder.
1-point game, 86-85 with a minute 30 left. Timeout Heat.
This next 3 or 4 possessions in a row. Okay, let's get some stops.
Having worked so hard for the home court advantage, the Heat weren't about to let it go. And in the closing moments, their valiant defense would make a series of crucial stops to secure the victory.
Westbrook for 3. Off the mark. That will do it. Miami with a hard-fought 91-85 victory.
Competition at its highest level. That's what it's all about. We talked about that character. Just find a way to win.
Nagawan mo pa.
Resourcefulness and the toughness that we've developed now.
Well, this team's not going away. This is an evenly matched series. Literally every game has been
Kulang
decided by
pa.
4 or 5 possessions.
Pito.
So great to be here. Our crowd was amazing. We got one. Next big game is Tuesday, so we got to protect Take it home once again.
Chris, yes boss, GM. Di ba sila logi sa trade kay Kumin? Ewan ko sa nalabas, wala eh. Bata yung pero ko, baka win now na yung trip nila eh. Sana lang hindi ma-injury si KD. Yun lang hintayin natin. Injury rin kasi talaga kalaban.
Don't worry about rest and minutes and distribution of shots. You just gotta somehow win this game tonight. We're gonna fight to the end, no matter what. And that's the type of DNA we have here. We just gotta go out there and do it. You know, I think we will.
Laging lapitin ng oh, boss. Yun ang problema dyan. Parang si Anthony Davis na rin. Lagi rin injured.
Who knows what's gonna happen.
Play with a sense of desperation and a sense of urgency from the
Lakers yata wala pang tinatrade, no? Problema eh. Walang plano yata yung makapag-trade yun eh.
Give it all that you got and leave everything out there on that floor, man.
Last year, the Miami Heat became the first team since the introduction of the 2-3-2 format to take a 2-1 series lead and not go on to win the championship. They're looking to make sure history doesn't repeat.
Di pa si Giannis. Wala eh, tinatanggihan daw ng Bucks yung offer nila eh.
And inexplicably, the Heat found themselves in a huge hole.
Westbrook, Durant, the finish. Oklahoma City
Natamad na ako sa green na to.
18-foot rainbow jumper comes down with a pot of gold at the bottom of it, baby. The Thunder built the lead as large as 17.
Oh my.
Weather the storm.
Mas solid talaga kung Giannis kaso wala eh. Ayaw yata eh. Ayaw nung kapalit eh. Ganun talaga.
Getting a spark from a most unlikely source, rookie point guard Norris Cole.
Shit.
Cole for three. Got it. The youngster from downtown.
Giannis sa ano, no?
It's just mentally staying ready. Putting in your extra reps.
Saan ka live bukod sa red? Ano boss? Sa purple up din bossing. Purple up. Tinatry ko lang sa purple up boss eh. Pero lang masyadong viewer doon boss pag sa ano, purple up. Tinatry ko lang mag-live pero yun. Ay, sobla yun. Red up sa kanila boss. Red up. Dito rin sa purple up.
Wade has it now with a three in the air. Go! The Heat pull even at 35.
We've proven we can win in a lot of different ways. But you go out throwing your best punches.
Nice shot.
And after closing the gap at the break,
Bucks sa GS. Giannis tinanggihan ng Bucks. Huh? Bucks sa GS dapat. Di yung offer yata ng ano, offer yata na kapalit. Ewan ko. Di nila yata trip eh.
When the moment is the biggest, he's fearless. And our players have confidence in him, during those times. So his attitude about what he thinks about himself, it's not a swagger, it's not an arrogance. He truly believes that he's a very effective, impactful player.
Iba yung umay pala maglaro. Pero posible, ano sabi? Pero posible pa din ba hindi ko lang alam boss kung kasi yung parang pamalit nila napalit na yata kay ano eh. Napalit na yata kay KP. Sa talk wala. Oh boss wala eh. Ano yung boss eh? Ano lang? Device camera lang bossing. Wala sa ano sa dito black up mga bataw. Gameplay ko ba yan sa purple up boss? Pero baka saglit lang din ako mag-live boss. Nakakaantok na rin tong larong to. Kabili ba ako sa mga nag-grind talaga? Dati nun yung mga 2K22, 2K23. Pag may mga grind, kaya ko pa eh. Yun, nakauumay na kagad talaga ako. Taglit lang. Ako na matulog. 10:43. Yan. 57 na tayo. Kala mo malapit na pero ang layo pa niya, no? Bad trips. Del Curry. Okay.
Russell Westbrook almost beat us by himself. 37 total in 38 minutes.
Then with the game hanging in the balance.
Mina-trade din. Oh, si ano, Buddy Hield. Best friend niya, no? Best friend ni tawag ito. Si Butler.
could not be any worse.
It's
Tumatli
amazing
kay okay pa siya.
that he was able to show such strength and
Kasi
such
Watley.
character. He used it as a fuel.
He had been rubbing both his left
Oh,
and right
ano lang.
quads with ice.
And a huge ovation as he sent the check back in. He was still limping a bit as he went to the scorer's table.
He did it on the court.
5 on the shot clock.
Hirap pagla ano?
For 3.
Mag-ring nito, nakakantok.
Take that cramp. Oh, and he's limping back.
He showed tremendous courage by coming back and having the guts to take a big shot like that in such a key moment. That was definitely a Willis Reed type moment.
LeBron's heroics had given the Heat the lead, but now his teammates would have to finish matters without him. In the most dramatic moment of Game 4, they turned once more to Mario Chalmers, who would deliver the decisive dagger.
Sharp.
To the rim, layup, and got it!
Lagi pinapakalitan ng libro niyan eh.
With a running layup, Miami now by 5, and the Miami Heat win Game 4, 104-98, and lead 3 games to 1 in the NBA Finals.
That was a tough layup you made. Oh, you look like me on that play.
Si Jimmy, si Jimmy pa. Lagi niyang kinukulit yun eh. No? Lagi niyang kinotrol eh.
That cuts gene, you gotta be born with it, and he has it.
We're one more step closer to our goals, so we're here now and we gotta finish the job.
Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and LeBron James arrived in the NBA together in 2003. In Toronto, Bosh would become a 7-time All-Star. In Cleveland, James earned 2 MVP awards. And Wade had led the Heat to their first NBA title in 2006. But by 2010, each of their teams was floundering. And so, in a summer of free agency, they decided to team up with Bosh and James joining Wade in Miami.
July 2010 was an amazing feeling. When we joined forces, man, it was a surreal moment.
Really?
It was exciting. You know, we just think about all the possibilities. Like, man, this could be great. You know, you think about championships, you think about winning, you think about how easy everything should come and will be. But the flip side, you don't think about too much. You don't think about, you know, how hard it would be to play together.
Boss, after ito, boss, baka mag-end live muna, boss.
You don't think about how many
Pabukas na lang ulit mga bossing.
Everyone, I think misunderstood us for what we was coming together for.
Mga March team ko, meron na akong
coming together in a selfish manner.
Makuha na si Kyle.
We all made sacrifices. We didn't care about individual accolades or individual praise. All we cared about was trying to compete for a championship each and every year and do it in a team fashion.
Immediately after that, it set in. This is going to be the hardest thing we've ever done.
They soon found out just how hard it would be, with teams and fans all over the league all focused on beating Miami.
It was overwhelming for all of us. Every city that we went to, people didn't like us at all. We had a big, bullseye on our chest, and we wasn't even champions.
LeBron took a lot of heat. No other sports icon that we know of have went through what he went through. And we took on that villain kind of role, in a sense, because for our brother, he was a villain, and we had to take on the same role as him, and kind of took the joy away from the game of basketball for us. It wasn't as fun because we wanted to prove everybody wrong.
With the eyes of the basketball world watching their every move, it only magnified Miami's problems on the court.
Yan mga bossing, digis man tayo dito ba sa TikTok yan. Salamat sa pagbisita and kita-kits tayo next time mga bossing. Ante Tosingis boss para sa mga pinagsama boss. Yan, shoutout sa'yo boss, John Harbs yan. Thank you next time mga bossing. GG, salamat yung.
Was LeBron James.
For 7 or 8 years, he experienced nothing but praise. He's an icon, he's a brand, he's the chosen one, he's the prodigal son, he's all of those things. And then in one fell swoop, it turned.
But it wasn't only the outside world that was questioning LeBron. Even he was having doubts.
Yes, individual accolades are great, but you want more. And LeBron got to the point of, being in the finals twice and coming up short both times. Now you start to question yourself.
Galing ko muna yung camera.
Question, am I doing this right? Is it gonna happen for me ever?
James had now arrived at a crossroads.
When you're coming to face the abyss, okay, the only thing that's left is your character.
That loss, and that heartbreak was the best thing that ever happened to me because it basically refocused me. And I looked in the mirror and figured out ways I can help this team win. I just started back with the basics, and I was able to, regain who I am, both on and off the floor.
On the court, James would have one of the greatest seasons in NBA history. But it was the way he did it that was different from years past. Gone were the self-doubts, replaced by a single-minded focus on doing whatever it took to win. But none of it could have happened without his sidekick and best friend.
What really makes Dwayne special is his maturity and his selflessness. Dwayne would allow LeBron to not think about anything else but being the best player in the league.
Tanggal muna ako ng mic, mga boss.
He basically told me that he wanted me to be the leader of the team, with my voice, with my play, and he was going to take, everything else from there. So, it just showed how great of a player he is to be able to sacrifice.
And by doing so, Dwayne became even more valuable to LeBron and the Heat.
Dwayne dominated games, by not only his scoring, but defense, his leadership, his voice, and his will.
Through all their ups and downs, James and Wade remained united, and now found themselves on the brink of their first championship together. Despite their crucial win in Game 4, Eric Spoelstra was in little mood to celebrate, seeing the toll it had taken on his team.
Shane couldn't even move. Everybody was banged up. LeBron couldn't move.
But injuries were far from the only concern after Russell Westbrook's 43-point explosion.
It's time, Westbrook, Durant, and we got to have very specific. What are we taking away?
What do we want to take away with Westbrook? We want to take away his ability to get one foot in the paint.
Yeah.
That's the major thing. And then we live with the other stuff.
Welcome to Game 5 of the NBA Finals. The Miami Heat are 48 minutes away from celebrating an NBA title on their home floor. One more win, and the three All-Stars will share an unforgettable championship moment after entering the league together 9 years ago.
Dwayne, what's the task tonight?
Winning. This is one of the biggest nights in LeBron James' career. After 2 disappointing trips to the finals, can he lead his team to a title and forever be known as a champion?
There's nobody that's been more scrutinized than LeBron. Nobody in the league who's supposed to win it more than LeBron is supposed to win it.
Miami has put Big Blues back to the wall. The Thunder trying to escape the Heat and bring the series back to Oklahoma City.
We got a great opportunity to make it a series. We got to come out and play hard, extremely hard, leave everything out there on the court.
It's the last time I'm looking at all y'all in your eyes. And y'all not champions. That's why I'm getting a good look. The last time I look at y'all in your eyes, and y'all not champions.
With their goal of a championship now within their grasp, Bosh, James, and Wade made it clear from the start that they were determined to seize it.
Westbrook has it poked away. Chalmers, good defense. Alley-oop to Wade. A difficult catch. Oh, he put it in off the glass. Well, that's not a bad way to start if you're Miami.
Any question about what kind of game LeBron James is going to play after that cramping in Game 4 have been answered. He's going to the rim, folks.
Got him to go and foul. LeBron will go to the line.
How good is LeBron James? Wow. Miami on a 10-2 run.
Play.
He's got the foot speed advantage on Perkins. Bosh the drive and the finish.
If they don't get
nurture emotion. It happens fast. And when it's all clicking together, it's special.
Despite Miami's early onslaught, the Thunder looked to send a message that they were not ready to go home for the summer.
Corner right Durant, a step. Elevates it. Oh, he thumps down a vicious right hand.
I know I've been around a long time, but that was impressive.
It's 31-26. The Thunder within 5.
Keep fighting. Keep fighting. We cut it down. We cut it down again. Cut it down again. Keep fighting.
High left side, LeBron James against Harden one-on-one. He'll go right to the rack with it.
Up and in. Right off the window.
The different attacking style that he's had in these finals as opposed to last year.
And as the Heat built their lead late in the first half, they were relying on more than just their stars.
Miller for 3. Bang! Mike Miller from downtown. And the Heat lead by 15.
Everybody has a job to do. You just have to focus on doing your job, okay? And it'll be 1 minute after another, after another, after another, and we wear on.
This is a critical time for the Thunder. Now they got to get their game together here.
Wade lost it. Scooped up by Harden up the middle. Alley up to Durant. He throws it down. 19 for Durant, 69-60. The Thunder within 9.
We've been here now before, okay? This is where we got to keep on going.
To LeBron. LeBron in the corner. Battier. Battier hits another 3. Miami lighting it up from downtown. This has been a total team effort.
We have a saying on this team, it's the big 3 and the little 12. And the guys outside the big 3 played big in the finals.
Miller from downtown. That's his 4th trade. In the middle, LeBron down the gut. Double clutch, got it off the window.
And Miami has a 19-point lead. What an offensive explosion here in the third quarter. And now the Thunder, they're seeing this one slip away.
Loose ball, Wade. Goes in on Westbrook.
Wade sidestep. Westbrook banks it in and a foul.
They've got the greatness of Wade and James going. This is a hard team to deal with right now.
Finish, finish, finish.
Adding his own finishing touch was Mike Miller, a 12-year veteran who had battled through injuries to arrive on the threshold of his dream.
Brings you back to growing up, shooting outside on the driveway, and you fast forward it, and here I am, and to be able to knock down shots at that stage, that level, closeout game in the NBA Finals. I couldn't have written the script any better.
Out of the shot clock. Wade, to Miller, another 3.
Got another one. Oh my goodness. You are watching perfection. That's his 7th trade.
No, he makes 500 threes every day. He just sees the moment.
Mike Miller, with all the injuries, when Mike walked off that floor, it was as if he ran the tank to empty. One of the most special things I've ever seen.
I played in the league 18 years, dreaming about this moment. It started to become a reality, like, wow, we have a chance to really win this and be the NBA champs.
And for the Heat's celebrated trio, the journey they had begun together 2 years earlier had finally reached its ultimate destination.
LeBron James with a triple-double. Most important game in his career.
LeBron James will come out of the game to the roar of the crowd.
We talked about that moment so many times. When the clock is winding down and you know you got the game in hand, it's about to be a celebration. And I turned around and I looked at him and I just seen a smile on his face. He looked like a little kid at that moment.
One last thing, guys. We're going to treat them like they're the champions. After this game, we're going to walk and shake their hands and acknowledge all of them. They beat us fair and square. They beat us fair and square. However that hurt, how hard that hurt, they still beat us fair and square.
Let the coronation begin. LeBron James has helped crown Miami a champion of the basketball world. There'll be another parade down beautiful Biscayne Boulevard.
Giving everything
zeros. What's the first thing that ran through your mind?
It's about damn time. It's about damn time.
Every night I dreamed about, hosting that trophy up. When I said about damn time, it was basically like my dream had came true. It was the end of everything I've worked on in my dream.
LeBron James is the unanimous choice for the MVP.
It was great to do it in front of our fans, and they were so loud, so enthusiastic, so happy. When it's time to party, there's no place like Miami.
The excitement of winning a championship, nothing can replace that. Him getting his first ring, me getting another one after so much trials and tribulations, it was just joy.
It was just the greatest feeling in the world. We had finally got it done after all that dreaming and hoping and wishing.
Oh, man. This is the top of the world right here. Oh, man. This is it. This is the mountaintop.
There was such a just exhale, treat us like, we did it. And there's just the satisfaction of just doing something incredibly difficult that few people get to do in life.
It's the best feeling of my life. Hey, this is why we came together 2 summers ago, and we told y'all we was gonna be champions, man. It's been a long process, but we're taking it.
Our team went through a lot together, and all those adversities and tough times, and then you're finally able to get over that hump and climb that mountain and do it collectively. It's an incredibly gratifying experience.
This brotherhood, they can't ever take it away from us. 25 years from now, we're going to be coming back together in this semicircle and talking about this journey.
What's up? How you doing? I only got 11 more to go.
Withstand everything that we was getting, to come through and get to the mountaintop and be able to call ourselves champions. With this group is the best thing that ever happened.
I don't know what to say. I'm at a loss for words, man. I'm at a loss for words. I'm NBA champion. Nobody can ever take that away from me. Coming off a championship, we knew that every team would love to knock us off. So we had a lot of obstacles. We had a lot of adversity we knew we was going to go through, and we had to go through all of it.
You got to dig deeper right now and trust each other right now.
Just think about everything that happened. Think about where we've come as a group, what we had to go through, and what we accomplished together.
This is everything that we worked for all season long.
Allen a three from the corner. It's good! Allen from downtown!
We understand that we're a part of history. For us, it's about doing what we came together to do.
Nothing's difficult. Everything's challenge. Through adversity. Last minute. The last second. We fight. We fight. We fight. We fight. We fight. We fight. Let's go!
After making good on a promise to deliver a championship to the fans of South Florida in 2012, the Miami Heat's quest to repeat would begin in one of the most unlikely venues imaginable.
We're in China. That's where we're at. In Beijing, baby!
The most beneficial thing is taking a trip like this as a team.
All right.
Halfway across the world, experiencing a new culture, spending so much time around each other, away from the basketball court.
It's all about bonding. It's all about continuity on and off the floor.
Experiencing new things together, sightseeing together.
Felt like the ultimate stairmaster.
Man, we did all that.
It's a couple miles up.
That helps team bonding and building. I think some of these experiences we'll remember for the rest of our lives.
But these tall tourists were also intent on preparing for the long grind of the upcoming season.
Today, pads up, mouth guards in, braces on, and we're going to work. We're getting after it today.
Compete, guys, compete! Come on, get after it, White. Turn and go, turn and go! Go back, get back, get back! First pass, take it.
We're the defending champions, and you got to keep that same focus and that same energy every night to go out there and try to, try to win. When everyone is coming after you.
Show your speed, bust out! Good, rebound and go, bust out of there! Bust out! Save it! Go ahead, save it, Red! Save it, Red!
We know the challenge will be big. I know our guys are competitors, they're looking forward to it. And we have about 8 months, 82 games to prepare the best that we can for the competition. This is a very ultra-competitive group, okay? They're a bunch of warriors. Now, that isn't just going to be enough. You've got to be able to compete with a physical disposition, but you got to be able to do it with some thought. Let's continue to get better, okay? Let's bring it in, guys.
Yeah. After winning it all, there is one last chance to revel in what's been accomplished. Ring night.
We have a celebration tonight. Congratulations to the NBA champion Miami Heat.
And at the conclusion of the ceremonies, attention was suddenly shifted to the challenge ahead, defending their title.
We were thrilled we won the championship last year, but we knew that to do it again would take a much better, a much more concentrated effort. Because every single night, we got everybody's best shot. And that was apparent early in the season.
An unlikely victory from Washington, knocking off the defending NBA champions.
Miami struggling tonight. There you go. And the Celtics winning double overtime. And that'll do it. A 20-point win by the Knicks. The Pacers making a bit of a statement tonight. The final score once again 102-89. LeBron didn't have enough tonight.
The Heat were still struggling to regain their championship form when they arrived in Toronto for a Super Bowl Sunday matinee.
We played a back-to-back in Toronto on Super Bowl day, so we knew we had to fly home and we weren't going to be able to watch the game. So we were in a situation of what are we going to do? It's just so un-American not to be able to watch the Super Bowl.
But the organization made a last-minute change to the itinerary.
The team surprised us and allowed us to stay over and watch the game. And we had a huge sports bar.
It was all kind of food. Everyone was there laughing, joking, just enjoying one another.
We just laid back. We had a great time, and we bonded.
It was the most unique team bonding experience I've ever been a part of.
And once we got back on the bus, Shane got up and said a speech in front of the whole team. And the famous words that came out of that speech was, "Touch the people." He kept saying, "Touch the people."
Touch the people.
Touch the people.
That fellowship, that brotherhood is something that you can never replace. So I think that set it off for us.
Fortified by their bonds with one another, the Heat grew stronger and took it to another level. Inspired by LeBron James.
James, crossover. Lay it up and in. And back-to-back games, a 30 or better for LeBron.
Best shooting night of your career. You've never had a night where you only missed one shot. Pretty awesome. What locked you in?
For me as a leader, I'd always be ready. I cannot ever have a night off.
He is today's greatest player. And he shows it every day, every night.
LeBron was on a scoring rampage and doing it with unparalleled precision.
32 points, hitting on 11 of 18. It is an amazing display by the MVP, LeBron James.
Most people thought that last year would be the pinnacle of what LeBron James could do. But he came back an even better player, a more driven player this year.
James spinning against Nash. He has just been on an unbelievable tear. He's now 44 for his last 60 shots from the field. LeBron drives in and scores. That was pretty. Wow.
James would become the first player in league history to score more than 30 points while shooting better than 60% from the field in 6 straight games.
He really was at a level that I've rarely seen a basketball player get at.
James to
the step back. He now has 39 points. Miami 7 straight wins.
The record-setting run placed James at the center of attention, but he was not doing it alone. His on-court rapport with Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade had the Heat in a groove.
Bad pass stolen by Bosh. Knicks with their second turnover. Alley-oop to James.
And when we mention on the floor all at the same time, it's like poetry in motion.
Now that's one thing that's been there since day one for Miami when the big three got together.
10 straight wins overall. Miami was on a roll. And as the victories continued to pile up, it had become apparent that one of the strengths of this squad was its deep and talented roster that made up the supporting cast.
We have 3 great guys that pretty much lead us, and everybody else has to kind of fill in the blanks. You know, we have so much depth, so on different nights, we're going to have different guys that are going to be called upon to step up.
Udonis does it. Oh, boy. 11 in a row for the Heat.
Having guys like LeBron, D-Wade, and CB really don't get the opportunity to do too much with the ball. I just pick and choose my moments. I just try to be that extra guy to help the team out.
Chalmers flips it up and in. Miami will tie a franchise high with 14 consecutive victories.
That's why it's called a team game. As a role player on this team, you know, you have to always stay ready because you never know which night you're going to have to step up in the big moment.
Norris, goal, delivers.
We had 15 guys all in. All these guys wanted to do was win, and it was by any means necessary.
It's 18 in a row, Heat fans. The winning does not stop.
Nobody really talks about them a lot. But without these guys, we wouldn't be able to accomplish what we accomplished.
Last season, Shane Battier was welcomed aboard to provide the intangibles that contribute to a team's success.
There's 30 teams in the NBA. 30 teams will want a Shane Battier on their team, I can tell you that.
Shane is the ultimate competitor. He is only about winning, and he'll do whatever it takes.
Shane Battier just does things to help you win games.
This season, more eclectic pieces were added to the mix, like the Birdman, Chris Anderson.
Birdman, he brought us a big with toughness and energy.
Oh, my Birdman Anderson, baby. The Heat are going to go to 19 wins in a row.
And perhaps the biggest acquisition of free agency was a respected former foe and one of the most feared shooters of all time, Ray Allen.
His resume speaks for itself. Future Hall of Famer. He already has been on a championship team. He knows what it takes, but he also is willing to sacrifice to be a part of this.
How many times has that man done that in his career? It's great now that he's doing it in a Heat uniform. The winning streak survives the Philadelphia 76ers. 20 wins in a row for Miami.
As the opposition continued to fall, the fascination with the string of W's began to rise.
As the games started to mount up, more and more the games started to become more playoff games, and teams want to break the streak.
They have won their 22nd consecutive game. They are tied with the 07-08 Rockets for the second best winning streak in NBA history.
People mention it though now and then, like, keep the streak up, keep it going, you know, things like that. It's great to be a part of it. You know, it's great to win. You know, everyone wants to win.
By mid-March, 6 weeks had passed since anyone had beaten the Miami Heat. The 22 consecutive victories had come at the expense of 18 different opponents. And now the league's all-time record 33-game streak, set by the 72 Lakers, was within sight.
It's given us pressure, and, you know, every game is big now. Everybody wants to end that streak, you know, and we want to win every game.
Heading to Boston to take on the Celtics, there was a sense that the streak might be in some jeopardy, as the Heat had not won there in the regular season in 6 years.
Great block. Chase down block. Big hustle play.
The home team raced out to an early double-digit lead.
Jeff Green carries it.
But Miami had learned to turn the tide by delivering just one devastating blow. LeBron would rack up 37 points and 12 assists, and leading the Heat all the way back.
Wade on the dive, and we're tied.
Fittingly, this contest would not be settled until the very end. And it was to no one's surprise that LeBron would have the ball in his hand.
LeBron James and the Miami Heat have the second longest win streak in NBA history, 23 consecutive games.
Once we got to 23, it was like, man, we're only 10 games away from the record. Let's go for it.
After that escape, it was on to Cleveland, where once again the streak appeared to be in peril.
Gets inside, two to the left-hander, Alonzo G.
The Heat stumbled into a 27-point third-quarter hole.
We always believed, no matter what situation we were in, as long as there was time left on the clock, we believed that we could win.
Throughout the run, the Heat always seemed to find a way.
LeBron's got a free one. Oh, a right hand.
And once more, they simply refused to lose.
Win number 24 in a row. One of the most amazing comebacks in Heat history. Down by 27 in the third quarter, and they somehow managed to win the game.
When we came back from Cleveland, that's when I knew this was a very, very special group that really can respond to adversity.
For more than 4 decades, the Lakers' record had been considered unapproachable. But now Miami was on the precipice of doing the unthinkable.
You know, you started hearing the word history. And as a competitor and as a team, be a part of the history books and trying to get to 34 was something that we wanted to do.
And as they closed in, their streak would become the talk of the town in every town.
James throws it down.
The streak it took on a life of its own.
Dwayne Wade on the move.
Miami 305, we're going to celebrate.
And the Heat take another historic step.
What do you think? Want to talk Miami Heat?
You're going to keep hearing about this streak.
The winning streak moves along.
Special teams, special ride right now that we're on. Every team is going to give us a good shot, no matter their record, no matter who's out on the floor. They're going to get their best, and we should enjoy that. We should embrace that.
Miami one step closer to the longest streak in NBA history. Yo!
Tell me a little bit about the streak and what's it been like?
25 wins over the last 48 nights.
33 plus, no doubt. We're going to break that record.
After upending the Magic, they stood with 27 in a row. But to extend things beyond that, there was another date with a conference rival that had been circled on Miami's calendars. March 27th at the Madhouse on Madison in Chicago.
Chicago hard, up and into him, right from the start of the game.
With the atmosphere crackling with electricity, the Bulls appeared willing to do whatever was necessary to stop the surging Heat.
Down shot, finishing defense. Everyone has to rebound.
Boozer with a rebound. Back up and in.
Miami's 27-game winning streak in severe jeopardy.
Luol Deng throws it up to Butler.
The emotionally charged event would be wrestled away by the Bulls in the fourth quarter.
Jump shot, Gibson got it, and that'll be ball game.
After 27 straight wins over 52 days, the run at history was suddenly over.
For the first time, I mentioned the streak in front of the guys. You know, we took that moment to acknowledge each other on that experience, and then that was it.
Of course, you would like to have broke the record, but I mean, 27 games in a row, but that's great.
Sleep. Go to sleep. It's time to go to sleep.
Come on, talk to him.
Up here, hands.
The Heat closed out the schedule by winning 39 of their last 41.
Good. Close, good.
And with the playoffs on the horizon, the Heat would refocus themselves on what really mattered.
Come on. Let's work our details.
defending their title.
Good, close. That ain't bad. That's a tough cover. These are not easy.
That's why we're in Miami. That's why we're here. For the playoffs. We knew we were in for 2 months of really, really difficult testing basketball.
Either we can help each other or we can hurt each other. You start working on your mental toughness right now, we have to deal with everything.
The playoffs itself is all grind, physically, mentally, spiritually. It takes every little last piece of energy that you put into all season to win a championship and more.
It's all about laser-like focus of connecting, okay, the sacrificing and doing it together. It's got to be just about the team.
From American Airlines Arena in Miami, it's the NBA playoffs.
The first step for the Heat in their title defense.
We want to be business-like. It's the first to win 16 games.
We were seasoning our game for what we knew would be a very tough and competitive physical postseason.
Every team would love to knock us off.
We're getting to them before they get to us.
We know it's going to be a tough test, but not a test we haven't seen before.
Together on three. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
As the top-seeded Heat were preparing for their playoff run, the Milwaukee Bucks were hoping to avoid being run over.
Sure you don't turn over the ball. It's going to be crazy fast break dunks all night.
LeBron flying through the air.
Ferocious finish. I'll tell you what a start by Miami.
Allen finding Anderson again. So pass sets it up for Bosch. They win all 4 games by double digits. And the defense of the Miami Championship off to a grand start.
After an emphatic opening statement, one of the NBA's all-time greats was recognized for his excellence with a 4th Most Valuable Player award.
With team success comes individual prizes. Nothing that I receive individually is possible without those 14 guys because of what they sacrifice each and every day. My ultimate goal, it wasn't to win MVP trophies, it was to win a championship and win multiple championships, and that's still my #1 priority.
They then found themselves squared off against the squad that had sabotaged the historic winning streak weeks earlier.
We never take the Bulls lightly. They're the hardest playing team in the NBA.
After getting tripped up in the opener, the Heat would bounce back in Game 2.
I love those looks. Trust those looks.
Miami's largest victory in postseason history.
With order restored, the Heat smothered the overmatched Bulls to take the series in 5 games.
Chalmers, great save across the Wade. Wade, layup, and got it up and in. Miami will advance to the Eastern Conference Finals.
We'll just look forward to the next one. We will prepare like we prepared the first 2 rounds and for whoever our next opponent is, and we'll be ready.
The conference finals featured a rematch with the Indiana Pacers, who had battled Miami in 6 hard-fought contests in last year's conference semis.
We felt all year that the Pacers were the other best team in the Eastern Conference. And we had a tough series with them the year before.
Paul George was featured more. Hibbert is an impact defensive player. We had a lot of respect for the Pacers.
But they got a banner up there. Okay, and they got a banner up there not because of their talent, because they have great determination too.
We knew heading into the Indiana series it was going to be a man's series. You had to have your hard hat on, you had to have your steel-toe boots on, and be ready for work.
Both these teams come from a culture of tough physical play.
With the Heat clinging to a lead late in Game 1, the Pacers made it clear that they were not going down without a fight.
Back to George in the air for the tie. He got it! Paul George has tied the game at 92.
And we are headed to overtime.
As the extra session wound down, it was LeBron James who would get the last word.
Miami down by 1. 2.2 left. LeBron goes in. LeBron layup and got it right at the buzzer.
And Miami with a 1-point overtime victory.
Undaunted by the outcome of Game 1, Paul George continued his climb into the ranks of the league's elite in Game 2.
George with 8 seconds to shoot. George makes his move on LeBron, blows right by him, and he tomahawks it down! Oh, Paul George blows by LeBron James. LeBron across midcourt. James a deep three. Got it! LeBron comes right back! Oh, he gives Paul George a high five at midcourt.
While George was giving James all that he could handle from the perimeter, Roy Hibbert was dominating on the interior.
Roy Hibbert, big finish for Hibbert.
They were very physical and kind of, worn down on us and really gave us a good run for our money.
The Pacers take home court advantage away from the Heat.
Once they came and stole Game 2, and then it became even tougher. So we just had to battle it out.
The tone had been set, and it was clear that neither team was willing to concede anything.
Great block by LeBron.
We understood they weren't just going to give it to us, that every night we were going to have to fight.
Has one to the bucket.
And Miami regains control.
Every move by the Heat was countered with a measured response by the Pacers.
Rebounded by LeBron. He's rejected by West again. Well, we found out pretty quick who's more desperate. Come on. We got to get our level of urgency up.
We are seeing much more activity by the bigger and more physical Indiana Pacers.
Hibbert able to get to it and score. The Indiana Pacers bounce back. The series is tied at 2 apiece.
One game we played great and win it going away, and then the next game we come out and we get blown out.
Dismayed by the Heat's erratic performances, their 19-year NBA veteran could no longer hold his tongue.
I felt that it was a time for me to speak up. And so I spoke, and there were some words that I used that I can't repeat on camera. I was just trying to inspire them, but holding them accountable.
The message was taken to heart by the Heat's driving force.
Right now, LeBron James is playing with a sense of urgency and desperation.
And Miami will take a 3-2 lead.
Juwan's voice in our locker room is as big as anyone. As big as Spo, as big as mine, D-Wade, UD. He let us know how we weren't connected as a team, we weren't playing as a team, and we can't just win with talent.
Indiana beats Miami up big. And we are going to have a Game 7.
Miami would have to make the most of a last opportunity to earn a trip back to the NBA Finals.
We have a locker room full of these guys. When the lights are brightest, guys perform their best.
When their backs were to the wall, the Heat took matters into their own hands once more.
So this has been all Heat in this one.
That's why we worked hard all year, so we can have Game 7 on our home floor.
The Wade inside, layup, and in! Embrace this. Embrace it, guys. It's what you live for. Oh, beautiful move by Wade. The Miami Heat are headed to the NBA Finals as they beat the Indiana Pacers.
This league is so hard to win, and it's so hard to advance that we can't take these moments for granted.
Feels great. 3 straight years in the finals. Can't ask for anything better.
Never take this for granted going on this ride to the next round. And these next 4, it's whatever it takes.
Get together on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Together.
The San Antonio Spurs had their own big 3 of Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, and their ageless superstar Tim Duncan. The franchise was the model of consistency, winning 50 or more games in 14 straight years to go with the 4 NBA titles.
All that matters is to play good, solid Spurs basketball.
It had been 6 years since San Antonio had last appeared in the finals, and those that overlooked them as legitimate contenders this time around had done so at their own peril.
As we're going in the East, you got one eye open watching the West, and we saw how San Antonio was just rolling.
This is how basketball should be played.
The way they dismantled Memphis, that really got our attention.
San Antonio sweeps the Grizz. The Spurs are headed to the NBA Finals.
LeBron James and Tim Duncan were no strangers to one another at the finals.
The Spurs with a sweep of the Cleveland Cavaliers.